Welcome to Doofs in the Kitchen.
Quarantine edition. I don't know about you, but we love, from Hollywood Studios,
Jack's Cookie Num Num.
If you've never tried it, you need to when you can, again.
But since we can't have it now, and for the foreseeable future, we have found a recipe online that hopefully mimics the yumminess of the Cookie Num Num.
And we'll put the link below so you can try it out if you would like. We already pre-measured out all of our ingredients. Let's get to mixing. So our first step is to place the butter and the sugars in a large mixing bowl and beat until well combined. So we have 2 sticks of butter. That might seem like a lot. We live in the South. It's really not that much. And this is softened butter, by the way. The recipe says you can also try a different variation and brown the butter first. Obviously, we did not do that. And we have 1/4 cup of just regular old granulated sugar. And then 1 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. Next step is to add the eggs. So we have 2 eggs and vanilla, 2 tablespoons. And mix it. Next step is to add the salt, baking soda, and flour until your dough forms. So you have 1 teaspoon each of salt and baking powder. And there it goes.
If anybody out there is like me, this device right here is my favorite kitchen gadget. It is a sifter. I have to sift everything that is a powder in my kitchen. So we have all of our flour, and just go ahead and dump it right in there. And a sift. The sifter belonged to my grandmother, and now it belongs to me. Look at that perfectly sifted flour.
So we already put our salt and baking soda in. And I'm going to add about a cup of flour at a time until we get our dough mix.
Teia, what are we doing?
We're changing our mixer attachment from this regular one to the dough one. I don't know what these things are called.
The last thing that we need to add is the chocolate chunks. We got a big Ghirardelli chocolate bar like this, and I just took a knife and just cut it up into little teeny tiny chunks, bigger than a morsel, smaller than a huge block. Since we didn't have enough of the chocolate chunks, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add, just some semi-sweet chocolate chips along with it. So that should equal as much as we need, and we're gonna add this right into the dough. As anybody who's had a Cookie Num Num knows, there's those little rectangles of chocolate chunks sitting on top. So we left out a couple to decorate the top of our Cookie Num Nums with.
So the recipe calls for cookie liners. We don't have those. So we got these little pans from our local Wally World. Jack's Cookie Num Nums are not your standard chocolate chip cookie size. So we just sprayed them with some non-stick spray, and we have to put 3 large scoops of our dough into each. We just have to press the cookie dough evenly in here. And then we have our leftover chocolate chunks, and we're just gonna place a few randomly around the top, kind of press them into the dough a little. I mean, you can never have too much chocolate, right? And we bake. We have our Cookie Num Nums in the oven. Our recipe says to cook them for 22 to 24 minutes. We're starting with 18, just in case. We'll let you know how they turn out.
We are just about done, and right there. Let's take a look at what we got in the oven. I got my mitts ready. I got my Winnie the Pooh mitt going. Here we go. You can't see it, but my fingers are crossed. Can you see that? Ooh. Yum-mo. Put that right there. Come here. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? They're out of the oven. They cooled down enough to take them out of the pans.
Look at that. Look how thick that is.
Amazing.
Our cookie num num is out of the oven and cooled and out of the pan.
And we have our milk. I got my Mickey. She's got her Minnie.
Taste test.
You ready? Kind of nervous.
Here it goes.
Mmm.
Does it taste like just chocolate chip cookie? Or does it have that cookie num num magic?
Close. I think most of what is different is a little bit drier, I think.
Yeah.
And it's not because of how long we cooked it, just because of the difference in ingredients. I mean, it's good. It's still moist and it's still big. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's definitely not exactly what's in the park.
It's a good substitute though.
Mm-hmm.
While we can't be there.
That's a big old chocolate chip cookie. It's a little bit fluffier because the way we made it, but it's the same size, I think. Not the same, but I definitely like it. That's 2 thumbs up for me.
Maybe give it a try.
If you have a different recipe or a better recipe, and heck, if you made a video about it, put it in the comments below and let us see what you've done. If you have a different recipe, put the link to where you got the recipe down below as well. Maybe we can try a couple more of these. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us for
Doofs in the kitchen.
And we'll see you on our next
Cooking adventure. Give us an idea. What should we make next?
Remember,
No capes. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
Make sure I got that right there. Kind of like a Nestle Toll House or something like that with a couple of modifications.
That's a Nestle House.
That's all for now. Thanks for joining us for...
Oh, I'm saying it now?
Yeah, we don't get our timing right here.